Entering the glittering world of Hollywood, I anticipated an evening filled with laughter, music, and the celebration of Black excellence. Accompanied by my friends Kendrick and Kiki, excitement bubbled within me as we approached the venue of the highly anticipated Black Hollywood party. However, what awaited me inside would be far from the jubilant affair I had anticipated. Little did I know that this night would be marred by discrimination, injustice, and a profound sense of alienation. As we arrived at the party, the air was alive with anticipation, the rhythmic beat of music serving as a prelude to the festivities that lay ahead. We approached the entrance with eager anticipation, ready to immerse ourselves in the vibrant tapestry of Black culture and creativity. However, our anticipation quickly turned to disbelief as we encountered an unexpected obstacle. A woman named Kiera, her features twisted into a mask of disdain, stood guard at the entrance. With a dismissive wave of her hand, she declared that I was not on the guest list and therefore ineligible for entry. While my friends, Kendrick and Kiki, sailed past her without a second glance, their presence seemingly unquestioned, I stood there, stunned and bewildered. It became painfully apparent that I was being singled out and denied access without justification. Refusing to accept this blatant act of discrimination, I planted my feet firmly on the ground, my resolve hardening against the wave of injustice crashing over me. With every fiber of my being, I demanded an explanation, unwilling to retreat until the truth was revealed. Despite the intervention of a friend, whose attempts to reason with Kiera fell on deaf ears, the woman remained obstinate in her refusal to grant me entry. It was as if an invisible barrier had been erected around me, isolating me from the revelry and camaraderie that awaited just beyond the threshold. As minutes stretched into an agonizing eternity, I found myself engulfed in a maelstrom of emotions: anger, frustration, and disbelief swirling within me like a tempestuous storm. Determined to uncover the motives behind my unjust exclusion, I persisted in my quest for answers, my voice a beacon of defiance amidst the sea of indifference that surrounded me. However, my efforts were met with further resistance as a burly security guard materialized at my side, his imposing presence casting a shadow over my already tumultuous evening. In a voice tinged with authority, he informed me that I was being asked to leave by someone named Vanessa, a name unfamiliar to my ears. Refusing to acquiesce to this demand without a shred of justification, I insisted on speaking with Vanessa directly, eager to confront the source of my unwarranted expulsion. Yet, my pleas fell on deaf ears as the security guard remained unmoved, his steely gaze fixed upon me with unwavering resolve. As tensions reached a fever pitch, I found myself encircled by a phalanx of security guards, their stern faces betraying no hint of sympathy for my plight. With a firm grip, they guided me towards the exit, their actions a stark reminder of the power dynamics at play within the confines of this supposedly inclusive gathering. Despite my protests, I was swiftly ushered out of the premises, my footsteps echoing hollowly against the pavement as I was unceremoniously cast out into the night. Alone and bewildered, I watched helplessly as the sounds of laughter and merriment faded into the distance, leaving me stranded on the outskirts of a world that had rejected me without cause. As I stood there, grappling with the aftermath of my forced expulsion, a maelstrom of emotions raged within me. Anger, frustration, and disbelief vied for dominance, each vying for supremacy in the wake of this senseless act of exclusion. Yet, amidst the turmoil, a sense of clarity began to emerge, a realization that my ordeal was not merely an isolated incident, but rather a symptom of deeper societal ills that continue to plague our communities. The pervasive influence of implicit bias, coupled with unchecked power dynamics, had conspired to rob me of my rightful place within the folds of Black Hollywood, a betrayal of the very principles that this gathering purported to uphold. In the aftermath of this harrowing experience, I was left to grapple with profound questions about identity, belonging, and the insidious nature of discrimination that continues to permeate our society. In conclusion, My experience at the Black Hollywood party serves as a sobering reminder of the challenges faced by individuals in navigating spaces where unwarranted discrimination and unjust treatment still hold sway. It is incumbent upon us all to confront these injustices head-on, to demand accountability, and to champion inclusivity and fairness in all facets of our lives. For until we can collectively dismantle the barriers that divide us, true progress and unity will remain elusive goals, forever beyond our reach. As I reflect on the events of that fateful evening, I am reminded of the words of Martin Luther King Jr., who famously declared, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." May we heed these words and strive to create a world where all are welcomed, valued, and celebrated for the richness of their diversity.